Alright friends, so now in real projects actually we don't go directly and change the data and the content of our list of the original data, because maybe you are just experimenting and testing stuff, you are not yet sure and you don't want to lose the original data, so you don't go directly and change stuff. Instead, what we usually do with that, we make our own separate version. So that means we go and copy the data from the original list and we put it in a new list. In the new copy, you can do whatever you want, so you can do changes, you manipulate the data, and if things goes wrong, it's fine because you still have your original data. And this is as well very cool if you have both of them. So you have the modified data and you have the raw data. You can go and compare them in order to check whether you didn't lose any informations, you didn't lose any items after the modifications. So there are a lot of benefits and a lot of reasons why we have to go and create our own copy. And my friend, creating a new copy in Python, especially for the data structure like a list, it is something really tricky, especially for beginners. And there are a lot of methods and ways on how to do that, and you have always to understand the effect. Are you really copying the data or are you making a reference? So that's why we're gonna deep dive now into the different methods step by step, so don't worry about it. Let's go. Okay, the first method is to use assignment with equals. So again, we have our original list over here. And now what we can do, we can go and create a new variable and then assign it to the original list using the equals. Now, of course, it is very important to understand what's gonna happen. Am I getting a real copy or just a reference? Now, if you do the assignment like this, what's gonna happen? Python will not go and create a new copy. So there is no new list. All what can happen is that the new variable gonna be referencing to the same list. So with that, we have now two variables pointing to the same list, to the same data. So of course, if you go and add an item to the first list variable, then what's gonna happen, it's gonna go and change the same list. And this means the other variable, the copy variable, gonna be as well affected because they have the same source of data. So actually, if you are using assignment, you are making a reference, you are not making any extra copy. Okay, so let's try this out. Again, we have our original list and I would like to make a copy out of it. So in order to do that, we're going to go and create a new variable, letters copy. And now for this new variable, I will not go and create something from the scratch. I'm going to say you're going to get your value from the letters. So I'm assigning the original list to the new variable. Now let's go and print this out. We're going to say letters copy and maybe add a text. So copy double points and same thing here, original. Okay, so let's go and execute it. So that we have copied one list to another list. So now what is really interesting to see, what can happen if I change something on the copy. So let's go and add a new item to the letters copy. And we're gonna say append, for example, the character Z. So let's go and execute it. Now look at this, we see now the new item in both of the lists. Well, as we learned, it is only one list and any change that we are doing to it, it's gonna be reflected in both variables. So the same thing if I go to the original one and say letters, let's say I'm gonna go and remove the last item. So we are removing the C. Let's go and execute it. Look at this, we don't have C in both of the variables. So as you can see, if you want to copy one list to another using the assignment, it is risky, it is not safe, because if you change anything anywhere, it's gonna go and affect all other variables. So be careful with assignment. Okay, so now how are we gonna fix this? I don't need a reference, I need a real extra copy, because I would like to go and play with the data in the copy without affecting the original list. So in order to do that, we're gonna use the method copy. If you do it, what can happen? Python gonna really create a new container, a new list that is independent from the original list. And of course, each variable gonna be pointing to its own list. So now if you go and remove an item from the copy, it will not affect the original list because they are independent from each other's. So with that, it is way safer and you can do whatever you want with the copy without affecting the original data. Alright, let's try this out. Again, we have our original list and we are trying to copy it to another new variable. Now, previously we just done a simple assignment, but it is risky. That's why we're gonna go and try with the copy methods. So we are saying create an extra copy for the new variable. So let's try this out. In the output, we're gonna see the exact same list in the copy. Now, what is interesting is to modify things. So first, I'm gonna go and modify the copy itself by adding a new character. So we are appending the Z. So let's try this out. Now, as you can see, it is changing only the copy because we have a real extra copy. We don't have any more a reference. So that means the change is gonna happen only on the copy, not on the original one. Now let's go and change something in the original by removing the last character, the C. So let's try this out. As you can see, the C disappeared from the original list, but not from the copy. And this is way more safer than just doing assignment. And of course, as usual, we have to check the matrix whether everything is fine there. So again, we have this matrix, but I'm gonna go and make it a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna go and remove one row and one level of the items. So A, B, C, and D. So this is our original matrix. Now let's go and copy it to a new variable. So I'm gonna say matrix copy equal to the matrix, but of course we're gonna go and use the copy since it is more safe. And we're gonna go and print both of them. So original. Then we're gonna go and print as well the copy. So copy, then matrix copy. So let's try this out and execute. Look at this. We have a new copy of our matrix. So now it's time to test whether everything is fine. We're gonna go and remove the last row from the original matrix. So let's try this out. Perfect. As you can see, the row removed from the original, but not from our copy. Now let's try something else. We're gonna go and add a new value to the copy for the first row, the first list. So remember how to do it. First, we're gonna go and call the variable. And then since we are talking about the first row, it's gonna be the 0. And we'd like to add, so we're gonna go with the append, the new value Z. So let's try this out. Uh-oh, we have an issue. Why do we have a Z as well in the original? Didn't we say they are like isolated lists? So what is going on? Well, my friend, in Python, the method copy considered to be a shallow copy. So what is that? So it looks like this. Remember the matrix? You have the top level where you have a list pointing to another list. So this is the top level, the parent, and then you go to the next level deeper to the childs where you have lists that actually pointing to the real data. So with that, we have two levels. Now, if you go and use the method copy in order to copy the whole nested list to a new variable, now what gonna happen, Python gonna take the top level and copy it completely to the new variable so that you have like two variables pointing to different lists. So you have a real copy, but the issue is that they will be pointing to the same children. So for the next level, the deeper level, you will not have a real copy. So that means you don't have a complete copy for all the levels. You're gonna get only the copy for the top level, the first one. And this is what we call a shallow copy. It is not that deep, right? And now, of course, if you go and do any change to the deeper level, of course, it's gonna go and affect both of the copies because they are referencing to the same data. And if you go and change anything to the top level, it will not be reflected in the other list because only the top level is actually independent. So this is the issue with this method, the copy. It is a shallow copy. Now, how are we gonna fix it? Well, actually, we don't have any function and method in the built-in module that's gonna help us with that. We need to bring in some extra help, and that's gonna come from completely different model called the copy model. And inside it, we have two nice functions. The first one is called copy, and the second one, which is really interesting, we have the Deepcopy. So now, if you use this function, what's gonna happen is that, unlike the shallow copy, the Deepcopy gonna go layer by layer, copying everything no matter how deep is your nested list. So with that, you are 100% sure you have completely independent copies from the lists. There is no pointers, there are no references, and you don't have to worry anymore about your original data. So that means Deepcopy is the safest way in order to create a copy. So it is completely independent, you don't have to worry. Alright, so let's try out our new module. So first we have to go and import it. Import copy. So with that we are installing this module only for this script. And now we are allowed to use anything inside it. So let me just remove all all those stuff here. And as well, let's go and remove the built-in copy. So now how are we going to use something from our new module? First, you have to write the module name. So copy dots. So with that, Python understand, anything comes after, it is actually belongs to the module copy. Now, after the module name, we're going to call the function name that is inside the copy. So we're going to use the Deepcopy function. And since it's function, we're going to go and pass for it the list, the original list. So let's try this out. Now look at this. The copy is working, but of course, we cannot trust this without testing. So let's try again by removing one item from the original list and execute. Perfect. As you can see, we changed something in the original list, but it didn't affect the copy. So that means they are not referencing each other. They are really independent lists. Now, of course, we're going to go one more deeper in order to check the childs. So now what we're going to do, we're going to test as well by adding a new member to the first row, but only to the copy. So that means I expect to see the new value Z only in the copy and not in the original. So let's try this out. Perfect. So as you can see, it is working. We have changed a child without affecting the original list. So that means the function Deepcopy gonna make real independent physical new copy of the original one. So everything, all the levels, no matter how nested is your list. So it is completely safe and there is no connection between the copies and the original values. So it is the safest methods. Okay, one last quick thing about the copy is that inside this module, we have another function called just copy. So it is not a deep one. Let's go and try this out over here, copy. So the first one is actually the module name. The second one is the function name. Now this function is exactly like the method copy. It is a shallow copy. That means it is only copying the top level, but the same issue, it's going to be referencing to the same childs. So if you use it for the list, you're going to get exactly the same results. Let me just show you quickly. So just remove those stuff and execute. So we are getting the same results. Now, if you go deep and change something on the childs, what's gonna happen? It's gonna affect as well the original copy. So the childs are referenced. Now, of course, you're gonna say, what is then the difference between the method copy and the function copy? For the data structure list, there is no differences at all. It is just something that's gonna give you flexibility with other types. As we learned, methods like the copy belongs always to specific class, but the functions are always like all purpose, like generic. So that's why Python offers as well the copy as a function. If you have a struggle with other data types where, for example, the table class doesn't have the methods copy. So for this case, you're gonna go and use the function copy from the module copy. So that means if you have a method called copy, just go and use it. It is quicker. But if you don't have it, then you have to import the copy and use the function copy. So this is why we have it. Alright, now I'm gonna show you something cool on how to check whether you have like two independent lists or they are sharing something. Previously, we checked by adding and removing stuff in order to test, but there is a smarter way on how to do it using the is operator. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Currently, we have our original nested list, and let's start with the first way, assignments. So it is very simple. We're going to say copy1 equal to original. Okay, so with that we have two variables pointing to the same objects. Now we want to check that, right? In order to do that, what we can do, we can say very simply is the original is copy1. So I'm asking, are they like pointing and referencing to the same object in the memory? So if you go and execute it, you will get true. Well, yes, both of them are referencing to the same object. So this is the first level. I'm gonna go and add here something, same object. And then we have the check over here. And at the end, I'm gonna go and print a new line. So if you go and execute it, you will get true. Well, yes, both of them are referencing to the same object. So let's go to the next one and we're gonna test the shallow copy. So very simple, copy2 equal original, but this time with the method copy. And we're gonna print the same thing, but using the copy2. So again, we are asking the same question. Are those two lists identical? Are they sharing the same objects? So let's go and test that. Well, this time you are getting false. So that means each variable is pointing to a different object in the memory. They are not identical. And as you can see, this is really nice, right? But now what we can check as well, we can check the children, right? So let's go deeper. We're gonna say print shared lists. So are they sharing anything? This time we're gonna say original but we have to check the row. So for example, you can pick any row, like the first row over here, and then you say is copy to, and as well the same row. Are they sharing the same child? And we print a new line. And actually I don't need this one over here. So let's try this out. Now, as you can see, they are sharing the same childs, the same lists. So again, they are not sharing the same objects, but deeply they are sharing same lists, which is not really cool. So let's go to the last level, deep copy. So copy 3 equal, this time from the module copy, I would like to use deep copy and then pass to it our original list. So we're gonna go and do the same prints over here. I want to check whether they are sharing the same object and the same childs, but here we have to target the copy 3. Same thing here. So look at this. For the first one is false. They are not sharing the same objects, and as well, deeply, they are not sharing the same list. So actually, Python is storing the first rows in different objects. So my tip for you, after you copy anything, go and check. Use the is operator to understand whether they are referencing to the same object or not. So this is a really smart thing to do. All right, friends. So now let's do a quick recap. I'm gonna say, don't just go use the assignment. It is very confusing and risky. I try to avoid it. Now about the methods, I usually go with the method copy because only if I have a simple list, one dimension, there are no nesting. So for that, it is more than enough. I don't have to go and import anything. It is quick, and don't worry about it. It's gonna be safe as long as you don't have nesting. But of course, I'm gonna go and use the deep copy if I have nesting, I have a matrix. I just want to make sure that I'm really creating completely independent list with the parent list and with the all childs. So I don't need any shared references. I don't want any surprises. So with that, you have learned all the methods on how to make an extra copy of the original data in order to experiment and to do your tests, and without having the feeling and the risk of losing the raw original data. So if you liked this video and you would like to have more free content like this, then support the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting. This really can help the channel to grow and to reach others like you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.